All right, and we're on. Welcome to the Pulse Neighbors. I'm here today with my good friend Matt. Thanks for being here today, Matt.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
You tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Who are you? What do you do in real estate?
So my name is Matt Ajdaharian. I've been in real estate for the past 6 years. Julius and I met at Butler. We went to school there. And throughout college, I worked for a property management company there. Got into maintenance and leasing and learned the ropes. And then after college, started my own real estate company. I'm a licensed broker. Now I do property management. And then we just recently opened up a construction arm to the company. And it's called AJD Real Estate.
Oh, sweet. I didn't even know about the construction thing.
Yeah.
When did that become a thing?
The last couple months, we've been giving away more jobs for our investors for when they find houses and renovating them. And these guys want to flip all the time. So now it was about 3 months ago, we decided to get our GC license, and we kind of already had the contacts. So we've done 3 projects now. So it's been awesome.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you worked for a property management company. It wasn't for the whole 6 years. How long did you work for them? Why did you start doing it? And what did you learn from working with somebody else?
Yeah, so I started basically the end of my freshman year. I got into leasing with them. The company's called Waybright. They do student housing there. I wanted to get in the real estate field. I knew I wanted to do it after college. They were right there. What better experience than working right on your campus? I got to learn the student rental aspect, which no one beats up a rental more than students. So you got to learn maintenance really fast, and it was a great experience overall.
Yeah, I remember you came and leased or got us our keys and stuff when we got into our college. So nobody probably knows, but we were in Lambda Chi together at Butler, so had a lot of connection together as well.
That's cool.
It was nice. It's nice to see people from Butler getting into real estate and stuff too. I just saw somebody else up in Wisconsin, Minnesota. They're getting into the real estate game too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
It's a great field to be in.
What do you see going long term for you?
Yeah, it's growing, the company growing the property management, the construction, but it's also growing my own portfolio along with it. I want to have investors win, and then along the side, I want to invest in real estate. So right now I have 2 duplexes, but I'm looking to keep scaling, get into apartments, and kind of grow everything together.
Yeah. Is there an asset class that you get most excited about in real estate in Indianapolis?
Yeah, so we operate at the A and B level for areas, and then for classes, I like to have multifamily. I don't do any single family. I want to gear towards going more commercial, getting apartment buildings. But right now in the near term, it's duplexes, 4plexes, stuff like that.
Awesome, man. I love multifamily too.
Yeah.
And they're a rare commodity here in Indianapolis.
There's a lot of competition. I don't really know how people make it work with the numbers with single family either. That's why I always tell investors, if it goes vacant, there's no income then. Yep. That's then you're paying the mortgage. So at least with a duplex, it reduces your risk, and you have one tenant leave, you're not paying out of pocket.
Yep. Yeah. I'm always a big fan of diversification, no matter what it is. So definitely. Is there anything... There's a big debate when you talk about going into not debate, but it's a topic of conversation that comes up frequently in real estate. Is did you learn something from going to college? Do you need to go to college to get into real estate?
I fought my parents so much going to college. It's and everyone says that now in our field, you didn't really need your degree. Yeah. I think the best thing that college does is it teaches you how to think, and it teaches you how to get through stuff. So I think it did well for that for me. Our school barely offered any real estate classes, so I took whatever I could, and most of my learning was through working throughout college, and I didn't do a lot of the fun stuff with college, so that part is not so great, but I did learn a lot, and that's how I was able to start the company right away.
Yeah. You were grinding it out, that's for sure. Yeah. I was doing other stuff. I wish I was grinding out in real estate. I could be where you're at now, man.
Yeah, you're getting there. You're doing good. You're making moves pretty fast.
I'm trying.
How's your company going?
We're doing good. We're doing pretty good, man. Yeah. Being a real estate agent's been awesome. This morning, another client, I've probably talked about him a lot. Don't ever name drop him or anything. Yeah. Love these guys. We've been in and out of battles again and again, and looks like we're going to come out on one again.
That's exciting.
We're pending on another one. So always exciting, a little bit of a roller coaster sometimes, but I got some other clients that I'm really excited to work with right now too. A lot of house hack clients right now. So
that's good.
Yeah, it's good. But
that's Root's main thing, right? The house hacking,
Yeah, I think we appeal very well to it. It's not like our main thing or anything. Like I love helping anybody get into real estate, whether it's as an owner-occupant or
that's the easiest way.
investor.
I mean, people think it's so hard to invest in real estate, but that's the easiest way, I think, is to get into real estate. It's less intimidating. You can kind of snowball from there. You live in your primary residence with a duplex for the first year. Then after a year, you move on to the next one, and you kind of just snowballs.
Yeah, these clients in particular, are live and flip clients.
Oh, oh, wow.
They would do either.
That's hard.
Well, this one's not even, a big deal. The whole upstairs is done. It's just there's an unfinished basement that's got a lot of potential. Yeah. It's where the ARV is in the house. Probably needs a roof. HVAC system needs updated, stuff like that.
That's not bad.
But the upstairs of that house is awesome.
Yeah.
So they're going to be living nice and just having contractors come in to increase the value of the property. There were 8 offers on the house.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It goes fast. If there's a deal that makes sense, people snag it up really fast.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I kind of hate sometimes that I do follow that vein so much, the new deals, because it's a roller coaster every day. Because every 3 days, every property that you're looking at's gone already. You've got to be pretty active and understand. And luckily, we were able to get there. One of the clients was out of town.
Really?
But we were able to get everything signed.
You've taken videos and stuff.
Yeah. She was FaceTimed in. So she was able to check out the property. And we were able to get everything signed today. And they have to get away from work to be able to sign the counter.
Yeah.
And man, it's stressful buying a house.
Yeah, it is. And you got to do it really fast. So that definitely adds to the stress.
Yeah, because it's 8 other offers. People want the house. You don't tell them you want it.
And someone's paying cash, and you got to be really good with your terms when it makes sense.
Yeah. Something we did use in that offer that I haven't had to use before was appraisal gap coverage.
Yeah.
And I think that might be coming back a little bit just because of the way appraisal numbers are coming in. I think our market values are going up a little bit higher than the appraisal numbers are. So maybe considering in those super competitive situations, throwing those back in again.
Yeah, definitely. Stuff appraisal gaps haven't been big for the last couple of years. And then now I see in 2020, there was a lot of escalation clauses. That's how people won the deals a lot.
Use those. I think I use those in a quarter of my deals. I'd say. I use them a lot.
I understand it. We've done it, but personally, me writing an offer, it kind of scares me because yes, it is fraud, but they could be having their friend be bidding on the house too, and so it makes me a little worried about that. But
yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that piece. I just thought about them just saying they do have to provide proof.
Yeah. And it is fraud, so you'll get through it when you get through it, but I don't know.
Yeah, that would be upsetting.
Yeah. And it's it escalates $50,000, so it's not like you're playing around. It's real money.
Yeah. I had one that we won that we only escalated $3K, but it's what got us the house.
Wow,
that one was wild.
That's good. What's $3,000 when you roll it into 30 years?
Yeah,
it's nothing.
Exactly. Or what was the other? The difference in the increment of 1K to 2K in your escalation clause. Interest rate's 7%, $7 extra on your monthly payment.
Yeah, there's so many small tricks that realtors don't even do. It's we had a lot of offers on one of the houses one of my investors just got. And it was $149,900, was the price. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, well, let's just write it $150 even, and that they were the highest offer, but right then. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, always end it in odd numbers or something. Yeah, I'll throw on $27 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you never know. But on the other side, the property management's going well, growing slow and everything like that.
That's good.
We're gonna start not slowing down, but getting more optimized now. Really honing in on what it is
the systems.
We do. Yeah.
What are you guys trying to do to make sure you're growing the correct way?
Yeah, so getting somebody hired on board pretty quick and somebody that's kind of dedicated to the mission. Somebody that's not in real estate yet, but is looking to get there.
That's better, though. You can teach them how to do it correctly. They don't have any bad tendencies already.
Yeah. And the person I'm looking at bringing on, they've got a full-time job, and it's about systems.
So there you go. That's good. They'll be teaching you how to do stuff.
That's kind of what it is.
Yeah. That's good. You want them to be the pros.
Yeah. That's always good advice. Hire somebody smarter than you. So
you don't want to be the smartest in the room.
No.
Definitely not.
No, and then it's not even good to try to be the smartest in the room because you're wasting all your time learning something somebody else can do for you.
If you can have a basic lower level knowledge of stuff, just to know when people are BSing you, and then they do all this stuff correctly, then that's perfect.
Yeah, but that's also challenging for me is learning how to hire somebody.
Yeah.
Like, what am I having somebody do for me?
Yeah. And then making sure you have enough work for them and it's productive enough. Yeah. It is hard.
It is hard, but that's going to be my next couple weeks getting that outlined.
That's good.
They are looking to become a realtor too, so that's awesome. And get a little bit of experience.
Yeah. That'll be good. It's not too bad to get licensed. It took me a while because it was the online class, and it's so like demoralizing seeing like you're doing it for 2 hours and you get like 1% progress. So, but it's not that hard to get licensed.
No. Yeah, I did it while I was in grad school. I just did it in the free time, and then whenever I did have breaks, just like didn't go to the beach. Just worked on that instead.
Beach sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, I went to school in North Carolina and didn't go to the beach once. There were 2 weekends where I did plan on going, but ended up being bad weather. Like I bought my truck because I was moving to North Carolina.
Yeah.
I understood like if I was moving to North Carolina, I needed to fit in with a truck.
Yeah. Gotta blend in.
Yeah, and it did help driving up in the mountains, going camping. Just sleep in the back of my truck. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Might be going up to the dunes next weekend.
Oh, yeah?
I love it, Indiana. You're so, like, central to everything. You go anywhere.
I haven't been to the dunes in a while.
Oh, wow, man. It's been a minute.
It'll probably be warm now. That'll be good.
Yeah, it's supposed to be storming, though.
Oh, really?
Well, it wasn't, and then it is, and it wasn't, so...
Maybe it's more of a survival camping now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very comfortable with that, too. Been there, done that. But one of the topics I wanted to talk to you about today was leveraging time. We talked about it a little bit, but how have you implemented tactics in your business to leverage the time you have?
Yeah, I mean, I started out very bad with calendars and stuff, like just being able to check my calendar. I was very bad with it. But now I've started to make it a habit on every night and every morning I'm looking at it and scheduling stuff, and I don't make a meeting without looking at my calendar. So as far as time management, I do my more productive things I need in the morning because that's when people like are statistically more productive in their days. And then in the later half of the day, we do our team meetings and we're following up with the team on what they're working on, what they need to do for the rest of the week. And I'm doing like the meticulous like emails and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man. It's nice that you got your day outlined. Yeah. I'm trying to manage like 2 things at once.
I need some tips, though. You got anything good, you let me know.
Man, I'm so new still now, too. It's like a lot of the time it is kind of just finding the time to do the tasks. Yeah. I do find myself kind of overworking, and that's why I'm bringing somebody on. So
that's good.
Everything will go a little
and
more smooth.
It's hard. You can plan out your whole day in real estate, and then, a tenant's pipers, and now you have to go out there and...
Yeah. It's probably every other day my schedule does not go according to
you can try to plan it, but it doesn't work out well most days.
Yeah, but how do you kind of like battle through that when the day doesn't go well? Like, what are you telling yourself to make sure you pick yourself back up the next day?
Yeah, it is hard because in property management, you're the person that doesn't get the thanks a lot. You're the middleman that gets beat up on both sides of the investor and the tenant. So. It is over time, and it gets you beat up, but it's you take every day at a time. You realize that the numbers are, that's what's speaking, and that's what helps me out when I can see these guys with their previous property management companies that they were vacant for 6 months, and now I leased it out in 1 month, and I got rent more than what the previous property management company was trying to get. That's hard numbers right there, and that's what gets me going. I get excited for that. That shows that our team's doing stuff correctly. And if a pipers or whatever, it doesn't matter. I've come to expect that every day there's gonna be one fire that's crazy that's gonna like annoy me.
Yeah.
So now if I hit it, then it's like, all right, that's my one fire for the day. I keep moving on. So.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
It's not a bad way to look at that. It's not a bad way.
Yeah.
And as you grow, there's just more and more fire.
There's more fire. Yeah. You
gotta get a bigger fire truck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hopefully they start handling the fires without me soon, but. I don't know if that ever will happen.
What do you mean?
Hopefully, you train your guys enough that, they don't even have to tell you when, the pipers, the tenant just calls them and they can handle it. They know what to do. So, we're getting to that point. The guys are, they know how to handle stuff more. So now it's more I don't have to, it started out I had to go out there and I was the one fixing it. Now it's more I know the guys to call and they go over there right away. So it's getting better as time goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I haven't had any pipe bursts yet.
Yeah. We got through the winter. There was a couple of really cold days, so luckily got out there. And it's mitigating the risk. It's like a lot of the big companies, like they just won't even do it. It's you text all the tenants like, hey, it's really cold out. Like make sure you drip your faucets and a couple other things. So doing that and texting all the tenants, like I didn't have any pipe bursts when that happened. So
that's good.
Yeah. Were you guys okay this winter?
I didn't have any pipes burst, but there was a property that I had just inherited to manage, and it was vacant, and the previous contractor had left a window open. The day before it was, like negative 13 degrees?
Oh, my gosh.
So I went over there, and that whole house was, like, I was colder in that house than I was outside. Wow. I was frigid. I was there to take pictures. And, I could take pictures.
Good thing you were there.
Room. Yeah. So went and got, I tried to figure out what was going on. It didn't take me a day to figure out, but I went and got a whole bunch of space heaters, put them out throughout the house. And
it's probably too much stress to put on the furnace to heat that back up.
Well, the furnace, it blew out because the window was open.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So then we had to get a person over there to fix the HVAC system, and then when they fixed it, it didn't get fixed. It took forever. So we were supposed to get somebody in there, and it just kept taking. It took 3 weeks to get everything resolved with the furnace. Luckily it warmed up right after that, and if it ever did get cold, I just went and turned the space heaters on for a couple hours. So it ended up all right, but that was very time consuming, and I would not want that to happen to me if I had more than 10 doors, because I wouldn't know how to deal with it. But now I do. That's the interesting thing with property management is every time something goes wrong, you know how to do it the next time.
Yeah, you learn every day something new.
You might not know how to do it the first time. You have to be a jack of literally all trades.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I can do everything lower level from plumbing to electric to now we have leasing, everything. So and now it's now you have those space heaters. So when a tenant calls you at 2 a.m. on the weekend or whatever that their heat's out, you don't necessarily have to have the HVAC guy go there for an emergency call. If you can keep the 68 degrees with the space heaters, they can wait till Monday then.
Yep.
So you just keep that in the garage and now you're good.
I got a whole bunch of inventory. I've got 6 space heaters now.
Yeah. It's crazy. You'll start filling up garage bays of stuff. We have a whole maintenance garage now full of stuff.
For real?
Yeah.
I've got a small storage unit. It's starting to get full.
Yeah. It fills up fast when you're buying all this stuff.
An old water heater in there because I just haven't thrown it out yet.
Oh wow! Yeah, put it on the curb. Some scrapper will come get it.
Maybe.
That's funny.
I just got a letter from the state the other day about tires left on one of the properties.
Really?
Yeah, they handled it themselves. Before I even contacted them, they're like, "Yeah, we know, we saw them, we got rid of them."
Someone threw it away on their property. Or
yeah, something. I don't know.
They were changing their tire and they forgot about it. Yeah.
Or I don't know, it's downtown.
Yeah.
Tires can be anywhere.
Downtown, I had never even thought that it was a thing to steal trash cans. But every property, every once in a while that'll happen. So we had to spray paint all our properties, the addresses on them. Because people will come steal the cans or the lids. Who steals just the lid on a trash can?
Yeah. But I wonder if somebody ran over theirs, so they have to go steal somebody else.
They must. I don't know. It's not even that expensive. Yeah.
No, I got my side mirror knocked off while I was down there the other day. Or this was probably a couple weeks ago now. But I still got it fixed. I need to because I can't get a car wash because I don't have a side mirror on my truck.
Oh my gosh. I hit a car on my truck just last week, but I don't even know if I'm going to claim it because I don't want to have the truck in a shop for a month. And so it's that's what's the hard part about property management. I need my car to be able to go around. I need the truck, so I'd have to buy another truck to be able to do that. So
you use your truck a lot?
Yeah, in the last 8 months that I've owned the truck, I've put 21,000 miles on it.
Jeez, what type of truck you got?
I have a 2019 Chevy Silverado, which I should have gotten an older truck. I know that now. Yeah.
You're going to put miles on it regardless.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah, that's the scary thing is now I know I need a truck in the next 4 years. I'm going to need another one. Right. So. And getting the maintenance guys' trucks and stuff like that. Yeah.
Jeez.
It never stops.
No, man. You keep on going. You keep on going. That's awesome.
Your new employee's going to be asking for a car soon. Wait for it.
It's a remote position. It's admin right
now. That's good. She can ask for a computer or something.
Yeah. Who knows? But we'll get everything going, and it'll be great. I can't wait.
Yeah. It makes it once they get up to speed, the tasks they can handle, and you'll be impressed with how much more productive the company is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet, man. Another topic I wanted to talk to you today was customer relations.
Yeah.
You've got so many types of customers in real estate. You've got your property owners. You've got your clients that you're helping buy real estate. You got your tenants, too. You got rules and regulations you have to follow by the state. How do you keep everything organized? Start with the tenants. Those are probably the biggest one. How do you handle those relationships?
Having good relationships with the tenants makes your life a lot better. So our goal every month is, if we didn't do a maintenance call with them, it's one of us is reaching out, asking them how they're doing. Do they need anything? Are they okay? And that goes a long way. It shows that you care about them, and that they're in their head. They're not just paying rent to someone, and they're not like getting taken care of. So that's really helped us out. Then the tenants, you're more, you're not the bad guy every time you're there doing a service call or something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then going up to like owners, like investors. We try to, we every month we'll send them the P&Ls, and usually we'll talk a little bit, but then we try to every once in a while do like meetings to see where their plans are for the portfolio, what they have for us on feedback, because obviously we're growing, we want to know what the pain points are, what do they like, what they don't like, how can we be better. And and then I just have a whole sheet of what's going on, like who I need to talk to, like what's like the active tasks are. So
what are you using to stay organized with that? Do you have a system or a software that you use?
So that's something we're trying to make. We're trying to get a CRM to be able to like talk to the tenants on its own. But right now it's bad. It's like a whiteboard. So. It's not very
organized. That's a minus, but emails suffice. I always have to like double check. I get afraid when I send out something important in the email. I send a text right after, or the next day is when I do. Hey, I sent you an email yesterday.
Just want to make sure you saw it.
Just want to make sure you saw it, because you never know if they did or not, and if it's super important.
Definitely.
Like, have you ever had to like change how your tenants pay rent?
Yeah, so right now we are, it's only software based. I don't accept any money in, checks or cash because the liability is too much. So right now we are on the Door Loop software, and we're switching to Buildium. So, I mean, that is a whole process. It's been taking us a month full time with one guy just switching it over. So right now we just send our emails to all the tenants. Luckily, about half of them have already switched over. So, but it is a whole process to switch that, and it's not fun. So you got to find one software you really like and just stay with it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't plan on switching again. I had to make one switch, and it was a lot.
Oh, boy. What are you using right now? It's like a combo.
Right? I use Stripe and Notion.
Okay.
I kind of have them put together with Zapier, so they work.
Zapier's really cool. I need to learn how. You got to teach me Zapier on how to make it.
I don't even know it that well. Every time I have to do something, I look it up on YouTube.
You can learn everything on YouTube. Yeah.
You can, man. YouTube University is definitely the way. So I learned most of finance. Accelerated program. I didn't learn in class. It was YouTube.
Exactly. No, my head broker, he uses Zapier for like a bunch of different things, like to schedule showings on his like calendar and like emails, and like you can put like info into sheets and stuff like that. It's cool. We definitely need to look into it more.
Yeah, man. You can do like automations with maintenance requests and stuff.
That's cool.
So very nice. I'm figuring out how to do like automated, like sending out rent and stuff like that. But right now I don't have enough doors where it matters, and it's not that challenging.
I mean, if you can get it, the best thing is like having the notifications, because people do like they kind of forget that rent's due. I mean, so having the notifications like 5 days out, 2 days, and like on the first, that would. We try to, the most notifications we can do, we do them, because
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't say that they didn't see it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like even I would forget. We have that kind of stuff going on. So yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend Venmos me requests for rent, and I'll still forget it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean it's everyone's human, so we try not to beat up on people when it's late, but
What do you see? From we didn't even finish other relationships. Go back for a second. How do you manage, or how do you think of your relationships with your owners?
I think I mean we all have good relationships. Everyone's got a goal. We're here to make money, but when we bring on owners, we're not just bringing on anybody who's willing to have a property management company. All my guys, they've been we've had multiple calls, and I like to, if they're in person, we've had coffee a couple times, and we have to align on our philosophies on real estate investing. So a lot of guys will want to do like squeezing out the most money possible in a property. They have the C-class property. They're not putting in any new appliances, and that's their only goal. That's not the property I want. I don't want to manage that. So all my guys are more A and B class, properties. they know that if they put in a used appliance, it's going to cost more in the long run than it did up front. So we just do it right the first time, and we're done with it. So everyone, they want to take care of their tenants, and they want to have a property that's performing well. So that's we get along well because we agree on that. It's if you're chasing a higher percentage ROI on the property, you're really going to sacrifice the ROI because it doesn't work the way that you're trying to take care of the asset. It doesn't work in the long run.
Yeah, if you're trying to cut something somewhere, it's going to come off.
Yeah, if you cut corner, you can't just go for it's like when you're getting contractor bids. Like, there's a reason they're the lowest bid. The other guy saw something that they didn't see, or maybe they're not licensed and they're cutting corners. It's going to cost more in the long run.
Yeah, or they're just trying to get in the door and get the bid.
Exactly. And then or they're going to change order you a bunch during the renovation. Mm-hmm. With our renovations, we haven't changed order people like really at all with our renos. We have a contingency in the built-in bid. So the contingency is maybe $10,000, and it's agreed on by both of us that when there's unforeseen stuff that goes on that we both agree on that needs to be done, we'll pull from that. And then there's stuff that like my company will choose to do, like we'll do upgraded lighting or stuff like that. That's on us. We chose to do it. We want to do it. And the best way that I win these bids is with these investors, we're going to be doing the property management after it. So I tell them, who's going to do the renovation better than us? We're going to be taking care of it after. So we want to do like the best quality job because we're going to be dealing with the headaches down the road. Yeah. So
there's so many reasons why what you're doing is great for real estate because what you try to do in real estate, not that you're trying to like scalp business. You're not trying to get everybody and get every single cent that they make off of real estate, but you're trying to make it the best experience possible.
Exactly.
And you do that by touching every piece that they do. When you have the information from when was the grass cut, when was it last painted, what type of offers am I putting out, any type of information involved there, you can make that person's real estate experiences better in general, and I do think you do a great job of that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really hard for these out-of-state investors, I think, investing in Indy, so, and then you get a property management company that might be, giving them, unseen costs, unseen fees that they didn't know was in it before they signed, and I think it gives them. I had one investor in Indy that she wasn't with me. She had a different renovation company do her houses in Fountain Square, and the renovations went terrible. Now she has bad Airbnb tenants all the time. Her AC's been stolen. Different things. Like she just didn't have a person here managing her houses. So now she just thinks Indy in general is just a bad market, and that's so hard. That's hard for me because I love Indy. We've been here all our lives, and it's hard for them. Indy is a great market, and there's a lot of people investing here. So it's hard for her, hard for me to hear that she thinks like the whole Indy is, Indy's terrible now. So it's been my goal, and I've told her it's been my goal to change her mind that Indy is a great market to be in. So we're getting there, So we'll see if she still stays here or not.
Yeah, every city has its pros and cons. Yeah, you're gonna have the bad sides of cities in every. It's a city.
It's a city. There's always gonna be some schmuck stealing AC.
Catalytic converters.
Yeah, exactly. We've had it. Yeah,
it happens. That's for sure. That's awesome that you think that way and everything. Are you just doing long-term rentals?
Yeah. I mean, I've had people inquire about Airbnbs, but it hasn't been I wouldn't be the best person.
You'd have to be set up for it. You wouldn't.
If they have long-term rentals and Airbnbs, I tell them, okay, we can help you with the maintenance, but booking Airbnbs, that's not my game.
Yeah. I understand that. It can be hard.
Are you interested in doing medium-term rentals?
No, Tyler does it.
Yeah.
So that works out well. So he does that and the things, and I'm not built out for it. If I were to ever grow to the point where that's where the current owners I have were transitioning to, I wouldn't do it to acquire a new business. I would do it if my current business was transitioning to that. Yeah. But other than that, I don't really have an interest in doing it.
And it's so hard because it's hospitality, so you got to be really on it when you do when they have an issue with something in the house, someone's got to be there that day to fix it. So that's or else you're getting a bad review and it affects the future. So it is you got to be way more on top of it, I think, for that.
Yeah, and it's a business in general that just has more risk involved. Real estate in general has a lot of risk.
Oh my gosh!
So to put yourself in
you're controlling millions of dollars of other people's money.
Yeah, and putting yourself in the most risky position. It's just, the headaches seem bigger.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah,
it's like owning a whole bunch of little tiny hotels.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and Airbnbs are, that's a different ballgame. I know if it goes well, it goes way better than long-term rentals.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like too much management time going on. Like I don't want to put too much of my time in that. I'd rather, focus on the companies and, grow that. I don't want to have, my own Airbnb that I have to think about every day, cleaning it and maintenance and tenants and
the return on your time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so if you have more time, you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. But there's also management companies out there that'll help you out do it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Who else do we have? Well, I guess your owners and your real estate clients are kind of the same people.
Yeah.
I don't know this about you. How much do you operate as a realtor, buying and selling houses?
Yeah, I'd say it's in my I'm about almost at my first year, and I've done 12 transactions that I've been on. So it's not like an insane amount, but it's something.
You're right at the average.
I think that's average. Yeah. So most of my clients are more investors. I don't really work with residential people. I think that could be a big business eventually. These tenants, if we can keep good relationships with them, they go buy their starter houses. I think that'll be good. So that's, selfishly, that's also why we always try to keep really good relationships with them. Yeah. It's going to be future dollars for us.
Yeah, it's great organic growth.
Yeah.
Lights flickering.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
We're in an elevator, for those of you who can't tell.
Elevator's going to drop.
Just dropped.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
I hope this is the bottom.
Where do you see most of your business? Is it more, residential, investors?
Yeah, I see residential with property management. I'm always open to whatever when it comes to the realtor side. I love Airbnbs. It's just not what I personally want to own and operate in. But I see myself growing, and I think I'm going to focus a lot on, we're not there yet, and everything's up in the air, but I think lawn care is going to be a big part of what I do. Because in property management, typically we're just talking about the outside and the inside of the home, the home itself, and we don't focus enough on the property outside of that, including the lawn.
Yeah.
And I'd like to make really cool lawns for a lot of these properties and make that a big emphasis on why people are going to want to stay there. And I want to make them also income producing.
Get the first
lawns.
impression. Your gardens and stuff. You want to do the trees. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. I think it's still a way off, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm hopefully going to go buy some trees here next week. We'll see if the weather holds up. I don't want to drive around with a bunch of trees and storming.
No. Yeah, you don't want them to die right away or something when you put them in. Because who knows with Indiana? In April it might snow. So.
Well, I also have to keep them on my apartment balcony. So.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Well, there's small. There's it says on our sign of the apartment complex, Urban Garden, and I checked it out for the first time. I didn't even know where it was, but I saw the sign again while I was taking our dog on a walk, and I actually saw the garden. It's just it's gravel, and then there's 6 garden beds. I was I can put some trees here.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna talk to them probably next week and see if I can drop.
Maybe they'll give you a couple bucks to improve the property.
Yeah,
that'd be good. I've had people do. I've had tenants. They completely put pavers in, transform the houses, and did the landscaping. They did it with approval, and then after the fact, they asked, is there anything we can get for this? And I was like, okay, let's see what we can get approved for you, and we did. Yeah, we were able to give them a couple $100 off their rent.
That's sweet.
So. It's not out of the question. If you improve the property, they might do it. With approval though, you can't just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. That's a question I have for you. This is a specific thing on property management. But how do you manage the owner contributions? Are you taking them out of the rent every month, or do you have an escrow account set up that you can draw from for maintenance?
Yeah. So I collect all the revenue for the properties, and then so how we do it is we lag 1 month. So we just send out our February statements, so they got their February income. So I think that's the most. I don't know how other companies do it. I think that my head that makes the most sense. February is closed with maintenance transactions. We know how much we made. We know how much we spent. Then you get the February money.
Yep.
I don't know how other companies do it to be right on the 10th, but I think you won't get messed up at the end of the lease. Then it's just very simple. Everyone understands it. So we collect the rent through our software. Throughout the month we do the maintenance. We deduct out our management fee. And then we'll send it to them via wire into their bank account.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Via wire, sick.
Yeah.
I use ACH.
Or direct deposit, whatever.
Okay, I was like, damn, you're getting wires?
Yeah.
Like, that'd be awesome.
Oh, we can do wires. We're subbed for that. Yeah. I have way too many softwares.
Yeah.
I mean, it is same day. They get it same day. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm using Stripe, and it starts off like 4 to 5 days. Unfortunately, it sucks. But then after you've done so many transactions with them, it's 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
So
Yeah, as you grow, that's how we started. I think it was like rent payments took like 3 days or 4 days to clear into the accounts, and now it's like 1 or 2 days.
Sorry to hate on Buildium, but good luck with Buildium. That's one of the big reasons I'm leaving.
Really?
Sometimes I wouldn't get rent for like a week.
Wow.
And it was so annoying.
I know.
Yeah. Everybody calling me, where's the rent? Where's the rent?
I know.
They're having a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't do it. I can't send you the money until I get the money. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
We started. We've had, and that's a main good reason why we lag a month, because we have February. We always have February's rent by March 10.
Oh, you lag with the rent? I thought you were saying with the maintenance expenses.
Everything. Yeah.
Oh.
So when we first take over a property, they won't get any income like that first month that we do management. Yeah. That when the lease starts in January 1, they won't get that January until February.
Bro, that would make my life so much less stressful.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know, right? I don't know how other companies do it, because it's like then you have it just makes sense on management, like you fully know everything's been done for that month. It's just organized.
Oh.
And then at the end of the lease, you're not messed up trying to collect money from the owner, for your management fee.
Yeah.
You already have the rent income, because at the end of the lease, you're going to get messed up on your management income.
I'm onboarding one literally tomorrow, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with that property.
Yeah, exactly. And you just explain it to the investor like up front what's going on. You lag a month, because then they'll be like, I got a mortgage. I got to where's my money? And you just explain that, and they're like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes so much sense. And
I haven't gotten much pushback on it at all. So.
No, it doesn't sound like I would. It would just make it so much more simple.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's enough headaches already. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to wait for exactly when the rent comes in every single month. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I still, we're still on top of it on people paying and, late fees and stuff like that. But it's not like I'm sweating it out to get the payment done by the 10th of the month to the owner, because if someone doesn't pay till the 5th and it takes a couple of days to clear, you're either going to be late on your management report to them, and they're going to be upset with you, or you're going out of your pocket to finagle it, and then you hope that actually clears. So, yeah.
The thing that I have right now is that I've inherited a lot of leases that don't start on the 1st. Most of them don't start on the 1st. They're just throughout the month on different days, and it's so...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They prorated it? Yeah. So your management report is, do they pay rent on the 15th or something? Or do they pay rent on the 1st still? It's just they prorated the first month and then...
No, then it was just on different days of the month. They just paid rent. It was due on different days.
They're paying rent on the 6th of the month or something?
Yeah.
That's weird. They didn't prorate it at the start. They should have done that.
Or unless the lease literally started.
But we have leases that start the 16th, but then you just prorate, you divide by 30 or 31, whatever it is, and then that's what they pay for the first month. Yeah, and then they're on the 1st of the month for the rest of the lease.
No, the payments were the
that's
payments
weird.
Are due on the 5th or 6th.
Yeah, some owner probably did that lease.
I know. I'm not gonna name a company.
Oh, from a company did that? Wow.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I don't that on an organizational way. Why would you make stuff more complicated? Rent's on the 1st. Everyone knows that. That's normal. If it's on the 13th, that's so confusing. Yeah.
Well, you have to deal with this a little bit more when you're dealing with D&C properties.
Yeah.
It's just the fact of the matter. Next topic, man. What do you have for me? What do you want to talk about?
I guess, so what are you looking for when you take on these properties? I know you want to do the gardens and stuff. Is it you get really excited then when they have a lot more land and then you talk to the owner? Or?
The amount of land honestly doesn't matter too much. I say that. But I'm not looking to convert anybody. So I want to do it for myself.
I mean, if I was an owner and you told me, hey, we'll get your rent and $200 extra for, just using the grass.
Yeah.
That would excite me a lot.
Yeah, try to slow play because not everybody's all about the sustainability things. And, if people
but everyone understands more money.
Yeah, everybody does understand more money. So it's about building that relationship with me for now. I've got a couple people that it's been managing for a couple months now. That relationship, the rapport is building. And I've dropped it to a couple people. And maybe in the future. Sure. Or I've even met clients now. It's from every time I meet somebody, not every time. it's been 2 places actually, but clients from Colorado and New York. I've both had a couple of people like, because I talk about it on my intro calls I do with people regardless of if they're going to be interested, so they just know.
Yeah, they can see your vision.
Yeah. And I've had people from there, Colorado and New York, be like, "Oh wow, like if I buy property from you, I'd love that. Like, please do that.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome." But the fact of the matter is,
and then the guys in India are like, "Eh."
No, there's like good shit in there, and this is real estate the way that it is.
Yeah, hey, we're just here to rent the property.
Yeah, but I think once I get my property, whether it's my first property or a rental property that I have, and I implement those techniques and can actually show people how it works, I don't think I'm going to have a hard time selling it.
So where are you in the process? You're in an apartment right now. What are you looking for when you buy a place? And
so in between a couple of different ideas right now, I do think we're probably going to either sign a lease or stay at one of our parents' just temporarily.
That's good. Save up the money.
That's what I wanted to do. But I moved back from North Carolina, and my girlfriend had already had an apartment and wanted to live with her, and I'm not going to scoff at it. Okay, it was a little bit of a thing for a little bit. She's got a roommate. We had to figure out like how rent was going to be split, all that stuff. But my plan is to hopefully, I would love to own something this year. Like if real estate goes exactly how I want it to, But I'm always a really conservative thinker, so I'm thinking like next spring is when like that's the latest that I'm going to be purchasing a home. And I don't know where it's going to be. I would love for it to be Broad Ripple. That'd be so
nice here.
My girlfriend lives in Zionsville. She was like driving, so
she works there too.
Yeah. So you gotta understand and like figure out like how all that goes into play, and then as you do start to like build your life and everything. Like,
exactly.
I need an office.
Maybe you can meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, it'd be nice. We just get like the Fort Zionsville. It's like by a house. Like there's a couple.
It's growing so much up there.
There's some D.R. Horton homes over there that I think like we have potential to get into, especially because they have like the lower rates if you're using loans and stuff. So
the new builds, it's very attractive right now.
You can house hack your new build with bedrooms.
Buy
the room with those.
And you hope you don't have as much issues with the house since it's brand new and you have that warranty. So that's good. I mean, my sister they just built a house in Westfield, and they seem to like it. I mean, I think it makes sense. It's your money definitely goes farther up there than it does like down in Broad Ripple.
Yeah, I know Westfield's growing too. Once you get over to Fishers, Fishers, Carmel's,
they're very good up now.
Yeah, Westfield's getting there. Another area I like up there is. Of course I'm forgetting that. McCordsville.
Oh, yeah.
McCordsville is hot. It's like everything over there is houses. Like, do they even have grocery stores?
Yeah.
It's just houses.
It's total, like, in my opinion, it's total urban sprawl right now up there. It's crazy. Every time I go by Fishers, there's some new, like, apartment building or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know, like, what did that. Like, I don't remember that as a kid. Fishers being that way.
And it's really, like, the last, like, 5 years. Like, Fishers, was never, like Carmel. Carmel's always been like really built up in the downtown, and of course they've grown it a bunch over the last couple of years. But Fishers, like especially in the last 5 years, like exploded their downtown.
I think it's got people at the helm that know what they're doing.
Yeah,
I don't know
a lot of tax cuts. Yeah,
I don't know what their financial position looks like, but
they're probably a lot of tax cuts get like Topgolf and those kind of guys in there. IKEA. Yeah.
That's how that happens.
Yeah. Okay. Probably no taxes for like 10 years, and then they'll get their money then. But yeah.
I've always wondered about that. Like, we had Lids move into Zionsville and then moved out and moved back.
Really?
Yeah. Or no, they're not there anymore. No, they built...
In a shopping mall?
Something. They were in an office built... No, like a Lids headquarters.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They were, like, in one of those office spaces just off the highway on like 96th Street. And then they built something in Zionsville. Yeah. I don't think anybody even ever occupied it. And then somebody else... it's group 1001, like an insurance provider or something.
Yeah.
But they're in the building now. It's like they just built.
There's a lot of big companies coming here now. Fishers, the Andretti company is there now. Mm-hmm. They're building a headquarters.
We got two just by our apartment. The Graham Ray Hall Letterman one. And then, I don't remember what the other one is. I'm sure somebody listening knows this, but Ethan would know.
Yeah.
2 race facilities right next to each other on the same road.
That's awesome. I'd love to go out to like a racetrack and drag race or something like that. That'd be so fun.
Are you into cars?
Not as much as I can. I would love. I used to have like a sedan, which it's not a fast car, but it was a V8, so I really went. Yeah.
Was it an Accord?
Yeah.
Oh, I clocked it.
Yeah. So it was cool. But now I'm in the truck, so it slows me down. And I told my girlfriend that I was like, I don't think I can handle being in a fast car because
my truck's fast.
Yeah. Really?
I love my truck.
My thing takes so long to go. It's
it's not like super fast. If I wanted to, I'd be somebody off the line.
Yeah.
Because it's a light truck. It's
and then blow out your engine.
Yeah, probably the transmission first.
Yeah.
I got to do some back roading a couple months ago. That was so fun.
That's cool.
Like gravel road up in Canada. That was sick.
That would be fun to do. Get like a dirt bike or something like that and go out and like just.
Can't be on a bike. No, I'd be terrified on a
really?
bike. You'd fall. I'd fling off. And wrap around a tree.
I like the Can-Ams. Those have we've driven those. Those are really cool.
Okay.
They go pretty fast, and they have the roll cage on them. But I think I don't think I would ever have a motorcycle, but I would have a dirt bike. Because it's like off-roading.
I'd get a motorcycle, but I wouldn't like off-road on. I'd be terrified.
It scares me more being on the road with like normal cars and people like on their phones driving.
Yeah.
And,
True.
I'd rather be where there's no one around. I'd rather take my risk with like the terrain than some lady on her way to work on her phone, not paying attention.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah,
it happens a lot. It's not going to be too long until we're not driving anyway, though.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. The automated cars, the Teslas and stuff. Yeah, when do you think that they will, like, say you're not allowed to drive anymore?
Well, there's people trying to make cars without steering wheels.
Yeah. It's very much, I very much, in the next, like, 30 years, like, I think they just won't produce cars that you can drive, like, physically anymore.
Not even about cars, but about AI. Have you heard about Figure One?
What's that?
OpenAI. He knows.
Okay, maybe I didn't know that. Yeah, okay, great. I watched, some like robot with ChatGPT, and that was crazy. We always talk about like the ChatGPT and how we can like incorporate it, but like there's stuff like way beyond what we can do. Like that's insane. Like, and when are we gonna have assistants that are just for like robots? Like, oh, we closed 3 transactions for you, Julius. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Virtual assistants become digital assistants.
Yeah, exactly. And that's scary. It's you got to be more good in your craft. You got to be more trained in your craft, I think, because all the lower level like people are going to be replaced by that. Like cashiers and checkouts. I mean, when do you ever go to a cashier now?
I mean, real estate agents, man. Like,
yeah.
What's our value?
Exactly. That's what people say now. I
try not to think about it too much.
If you can use like a Zillow or something like that, that's just like most of it's just through like the computer. Yeah. Well, you can automated lockbox show the houses. Mm-hmm. Do you really need a real estate agent? I don't know. I think personally, yes, you do, because there's going to be people that like lie to you about the ARVs and especially with investors. I mean, And then our thing with automated lockbox showing is, we never do a showing with automated. We think that's terrible. We think that when you have a property manager there, answering your questions, walking you through the property, it shows that you care about it. Yeah. A lot of that's a big thing for property management companies, because the money in leasing is not really there. When you have to go there, over 10 times, it's really not there. So, and I think if I'm the property management company and I'm putting your $300,000 house with random people walking through it unattended, I think that's irresponsible in my opinion, because we've seen tenants do damage to houses with lockbox, showings on their own. We've seen them like turn on the hot water in the shower, and then it creates steam throughout the whole house. Well, now it's all the drywall's ruined. Yeah. So, in my opinion, it's a lot of responsibility to be taking care of their assets. Mm-hmm. So like, why would I put them at risk like that?
Yeah. Even if they were going with another realtor.
If they're going with another realtor, but like that, most of the time that doesn't really happen in leasing anyway. I mean,
I've had a lot of leases that
really? What you posted? Nice. What's your BAC then? What you posted on the MLS and what you said?
$50.
Yeah, for me that's not getting me out of bed to go get a tenant there.
I've had people just say I don't even care about $150.
Really? It's their friend. That's but most agents don't want to do leasing. I mean that's
I don't want to.
Yeah. No, I don't want to either. But I mean, it is good when the leasing's the biggest part in real estate. The tenants, like a good tenant, makes or breaks the house completely. So
how do you identify a good tenant? What do you do that?
So it's very you do the tours. You have to be there in person to see the house, because that's how I know you're actually interested in it. Then we do background checks on everyone. So income, three times the rent, credit checks. Background checks, criminal and, just with housing, have you been evicted or not. Then we go to your income or your employer, reference check them, ask them about it, confirm that you're making this amount, you're employed, there's no issues. And then if we can, we talk to who they're renting from currently and ask them, are they leaving on good terms? What have you thought? Yeah. And we've caught a couple people where it's like, we started eviction with them, and we didn't see it on the background check because they had just started it. It hadn't been really filed and put in there yet. So we've got a couple people where they were getting evicted and the other company told us that. And and of course some people try to get their friends to do it, and you have to be able to smell the BS through the phone call. But it's important because then once they move into the house, they have a lot of power then, with the tenant laws and all that. You can't just kick someone out. Yeah.
And they have to break something in the lease.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You got to wait a month until they don't pay rent or they're breaking the lease. But you can't just say get out. You got to go through the eviction process and do it right, or else you get in trouble.
Yeah, and the goal is to not go through that process as much as possible.
Thankfully, we have never done that, and I do not intend in going through that process.
Same here. I do anticipate one coming up, but it's not even a bad one. It's
do you have a trouble property?
Yeah, it was inherited, and he's trying to get back on rent now too. So it's good, but it's at some point we do it's severely under market rent.
How much behind are they now? Bad. Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah, it sounds like you might have to just evict them.
Yeah, it does.
Which it sucks. I mean, you don't feel great doing it, but it's you signed an agreement. You're paying to live there, so it's not like have fun, kicking someone out. Yeah. And it's not personal, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see, these on month too, so not even as tricky.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, but month to month they have less tenant rights. I mean, they have that month, but I think overall it's less.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that on here. I'm not a legal expert on it.
I'm not either. Yeah. Thankfully, I don't have to. I have a lawyer for that. So yeah.
Yeah, I need to get one here soon. That's on next week priority.
It's all about the people. If you have the right people, then the burden on you is way less.
Yep, that's very very true. Man, we need to get you wrapped up here. Don't want to take your whole Friday. I got a couple more questions for you to get out of here. Okay. A little bit more just about Indian investing and everything. Anything from our conversation today that you think stuck out that people should be highlighted?
Well, yeah, I mean, real estate, it's in the tenant that you choose. I think that's a big one. I think, the good relationships with tenants, checking in on them, not just only collecting their rent. I think that's big. And Indy overall is a great market. I mean, why else are we seeing apartment buildings being built here, every block? They spend hundreds of thousands of dollars analyzing markets. Yeah. Obviously, something's correct here, and we can see, rent raises over year, and that more jobs are coming here. So, yeah, I think that's important to see.
I think it's massive, man. Yeah. I can't wait to see what we do here.
Yeah, definitely.
And about Indianapolis, what are your, not top three, but just give me 3 places that you think are enjoyable to visit in Indianapolis?
Enjoyable to visit? Okay, so like places to
go eat, to go hang out.
Yeah. Okay, if we're going to eat, we really like throughout college we like to go to Fat Dan's. Oh, yeah. That was an awesome spot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trying to see. I mean, Broad Ripple in general, we used to go to all the bars and stuff there. That was awesome. Yeah. And I don't know, downtown, I really it's a small pizza place in the Holy Cross neighborhood, which is super nice. It's so nice. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's really good.
Off the topic of places to go, Holy Cross is so nice. I don't remember if you remember this house. There was a little duplex for sale there late last year, and nobody even looked at it to maintain a duplex. Everybody looked at it for land. There's a functioning property there, and everybody was like, what can I get for land here?
And that's how it is. Yeah, it's growing a ton. There's a bunch of new builds there and renovated houses. Mm-hmm. We just looked at one property last week for a flip, and it's like that. The duplex, they put it on market for $160, and it needs so much work. It is basically you just gotta knock it down and build a new one, and it's But
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll find out, or somebody that knows the pizza place in Holy Cross commented.
It's King Dough.
Yeah. Oh, there's one up in.
Yeah. They just opened up another location.
There's one in Carmel.
Yeah.
Where Ethan and Nate
It's
live.
good. It's like healthier pizza. It's nicer food there, so it is really good. It's more expensive, but worth it every once in a while.
All right, last spot that you like checking out in Indianapolis. You can do an event too. There might be one that sticks out that comes up in May. That's kind of cool.
an event in May.
Oh, come on, Matt.
I don't know. What? Oh, shoot.
The Indianapolis
Oh,
500.
the 500. Yeah, of course. The 500. Yeah, that's like the biggest thing we have here. Yeah.
Are you going this? Have you ever been?
I've been for like the qualifiers. It's sad to say I've never actually been to the race.
Right. It's too late this year because we already bought our tickets. But next year you're there. You have to go. If you have to do one event in Indianapolis every year, it's the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, definitely.
I've gone in the last 3 years now, and it's just.
Have you ever went to the snake pit in the middle?
No, but we sit in the North Vista, so it's like we're sitting right where the snake pit is, but in the stands.
That's cool.
I would have went last year if Shaq ended up going to the snake pit.
Yeah, he bailed?
Well, he was being arrested for something or something like that. He was like, I don't know, he got it was something minor. Like it wasn't like Shaq's in trouble. It was like he got served or I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. Just because he's famous. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
How many times do they get sued throughout the year? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, gotta have a lawyer, man.
Shaq probably has a couple lawyers just on retainer. Yeah.
Last question for you before you get out of here. If we were to find you in your natural habitat, where is that? Outside of real estate.
Outside of real estate.
Like a hobby.
Yeah. Real estate is like my entire life right now. But I really do, like when I can get out, I like to go to the gym. I try to go every morning. I think that just sets up my day for success. And then I really like to go rock climbing too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I remember we tried to set up to go once, but I haven't been rock climbing anymore.
I haven't been in forever, so I'll probably tear up my hands when I go. But I really like to go to like climb time up north. Yeah.
North Mass Boulder.
Yeah.
Is another spot
I've heard that place is awesome. Yeah.
It is so cool, and they've got like yoga classes and everything. They got a sauna. People don't know they have a sauna. I knew a friend that was going there for 2 years and didn't know they had a sauna.
What is it, like hidden in the back or something?
Yeah, it was literally like hidden in the corner of the locker room. So if you do go there is a sauna there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love doing the sauna. I can't last long in it, but it is cool.
I'm no Joe Rogan with the cold plunge, but
yeah,
sauna.
No, people love doing the cold plunges. That's not me. I'd rather be in the warm environment.
Oh, man. Well, that's all I've got for you. If you got anything else to shout out before you get out of here, I'll tag your Instagram down in the show description. Otherwise, we're out of here.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Peace.